I was rolling and then I slid and I could feel something hard hit me.
That something was a deer, and it's an all too common occurrence this time of year. Today on Delmarva Life, we hear more of her story, what she says protected her from additional damage, and ways to help prevent it from happening to you.
Well, another thing you'll want to prevent is being poisoned from something designed to keep you safe.
They put them in kid colors, you know, so the kids will like them, and that's kind of concerning because like a lot of them are going to the hospital drunk.
Learn some of the most common ways hand sanitizer is posing a health hazard to your family.
Another possible hazard is this one. And while the jury is still out on its overall risks, it is in for some of your younger ones. Hear what some of them have to say about this growing trend.
Well, are you a part of the trend trying to erase the years away from your face? And it seems like the only thing you're doing is filling up your medicine cabinet with unwanted products. We'll introduce you to two women who put a wrinkle treatment to the test, and wait until you see their result.
You'll want to see results when it comes to using something to help prevent thinning hair. We'll show you a way to plump up your lashes, fill in your eyebrows, and add volume to your hair.
Well, imagine the wind moving through your hair in this. Find out how you can get in the cockpit of these fine wings and wheels.
And you'll want a good set of wheels before you hit the road to visit some of the beautiful spots Delmarva has to offer. Coming up, Sean hits the road in our new series, One Tank Trip. Delmarva Life starts right now. Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
And I'm Sean Stryker, sitting in for Jimmy Hoppa. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D. And Lisa, it is officially fall and the season got kicked off with some wind, but
it
you
sure
know,
did.
Dan said it would be like this.
He did.
Yes, he did.
And speaking of WBOC Chief Meteorologist Dan Satterfield, we want to congratulate
We most certainly
him.
do.
Dan got word yesterday that he is the recipient of the American Meteorology Society's Award for Outstanding Service by a Broadcast Meteorologist. It's the highest award the AMS gives for members who work in broadcasting. Now, Dan will officially receive the award at the AMS annual meeting in New Orleans in January. So good for Dan.
Congratulations, Dan. Well, it's because of the a forecast of rain, that organizers of the local barbecue event had to make the tough decision to cancel it. The Heifers, Hogs, and Hens was supposed to take place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but with a 60 to 80% chance of rain and high winds, the promoters had to make the tough decision because competitors are traveling from long distances and they had to make preparations for cooking, and you know, a lot goes into barbecue. Unfortunately, no rescheduled date has been announced yet.
Yeah, but this weekend is also Sunfest, and it is a go, rain or shine. It kicks off tomorrow and runs through Sunday, of course. We will be there, and you don't want to miss our Sunfest show. That happens on Friday.
Speaking of rain, rain could put a damper on Pope Francis' Mass in Philadelphia this weekend. The Pope arrived in America yesterday. He was greeted by President Obama today. On Thursday, he will address Congress. Friday, he'll speak to the United Nations in New York before heading to the City of Brotherly Love to take part in a Vatican-sponsored conference of families.
Yeah, well, the co-founder of La Esperanza Community Center in Georgetown will be among the guests when he addresses Congress tomorrow. Sister Rosa Alvarez will be Senator Tom Carper's guest. La Esperanza opened in 1995 and helps the increasing number of immigrants from Mexico and Guatemala who work in Sussex County. Now, her work also led to the Lared Health Clinic and Gardenia House, which is a shelter for Hispanic women and children.
It's a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, a Sussex County police officer plans to compete in the Ironman to benefit Special Olympics. Jeff Bixler is with the Rehoboth Beach Patrol Police Department. On October 3rd, he will swim 2.4 miles in the Choptank River and then bike 114 miles, and then to top it all off, he'll run a marathon in and around historic Cambridge. Bixler's goal is to raise $5,000 for Special Olympics. He says Special Olympics Delaware athletes inspired him during his career change. Now, he entered the Delaware State Police Training Academy at age 42 after a career in the medical field. If you want to help Jeff meet his goals, we have a link to his fundraising page. Just go to our website, WBOC.com, and click on our picture at the top of the page.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We do have some sad news in the sports world. Baseball Hall of Famer Yogi Berra died yesterday at age 90. Yogi played in more World Series games than any other major leaguer, and get this, his name appears almost as often in Bartlett's famous quotations as it does in baseball's record books. Asked once by his wife where he wanted to be buried, the legendary New York Yankee replied, "I don't know. Why don't you surprise me?" Many in the sports world are mourning the loss of a legend.
He did have some great quotes.
He did.
Well, back in the heyday of baseball, greats like Yogi Berra smoking was common among athletes. In fact, a picture you see here, Yogi Berra and Phil Rizzuto smoking cigars after winning the AL pennant. But smoking is not common among athletes anymore, and if you would like to quit, the Worcester County Health Department wants to help. Smoking cessation group classes are available starting in October. A motivation to quit class will be held on October 1st from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Pocomoke Health Center and on October 6th from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Berlin Health Center. You can register at the sessions in person or by calling the Worcester County Health Department at 410-632-0056.
Well, obviously smoking can cause harm, but so can unused prescription drugs. That's why it's important for people to remember to dispose of them properly. By just tossing them in the trash, you're not only risking your little ones or your pets getting a hold of them, but certain drugs can also cause environmental concerns. So this weekend is National Prescription Drug Take Back Day, which aims to provide a safe, convenient way to dispose of these prescription drugs while educating the public. National Prescription Drug Take Back Day is Saturday, September 26th from 10 to 2. We'll have the link to where you can find drop-off locations on our website, WBOC.com.
Dispose of them properly. Well,
Yeah.
you know, certain cats and dogs, they can play nice. I promise it can happen. And believe it or not, certain cats and turtles make great playmates as well. Here's proof. Take a look at these two. It appears they're playing a game of tag or perhaps hide and seek. I'm not really sure what's going on here. It's interesting how fast the turtle are getting around that pole.
Yeah.
Turtles are supposed to be slow.
Yeah.
Not this turtle.
Oh, tag, you're it. Well, one animal we try to avoid when we're on the go, deer. The last thing you want is to come face to face with one when you're driving. Up next, find out when you're most likely to encounter deer, steps you can take to prevent hitting one, and what to do when an accident is simply inevitable.
Well, an accident was inevitable for this couple, but no, they weren't in a car. Imagine the fear when they came face to face with a deer while riding on a motorcycle. We'll hear how it all played out and what they credit for saving their lives.
Well, many parents think hand sanitizer makes their life a bit easier. Just a quick squirt to keep the germs at bay. But find out why some sanitizer is actually landing kids in the hospital.
Something else that can spell trouble for your kids' health is smoking. Maybe you think e-cigarettes are a healthier alternative. Find out why some experts say think again. Delmarva Life will be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Hertrick family of automobile dealerships, your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.